Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to provide you some great news for those who wanted to migrate in the USA and look for work because Congress is introducing a merit-based immigration system. In fiscal year 2021, there were 66,781 employment-based immigrant visas that were not used, despite having many qualified applicants for these visas.
The fixes these experts say are desperately needed. An increase in the quotas for H-1B visas for specialized workers. The annual quota of 85,000 was set in 2004 and hasn't been changed since. A special carve-out for badly needed healthcare workers, both to enter the U.S. or, when they're already here, a relaxation or a change in licensing requirements so they can work in their trained field. A path to citizenship for foreign students who obtain advanced degrees in the U.S. so the nation can retain the talent it trains. Protections for U.S. and foreign workers from abuses of the visa program. But even critics like Costa agree the quotas need to be increased. Many warn that if the U.S. doesn't find a way to bring in more of the world's best talent, other countries like Canada will. Ottawa just announced it will boost its immigrant quota by 100,000 by 2025 to 500,000.
As a background, this employment-based visa system will provide green cards to workers who can contribute to the U.S. economy and provide U.S. the competitive advantage. This bill is going to give equal access for all international immigrant applicants based on merit. This bill is called the Equal Access to Green Cards for Legal Employment Act of 2022 or EAGLE Act of 2022. Here are the important features of this bill. This new merit-based U.S. immigration system will eliminate the per-country numerical limitation for employment-based immigrants. In addition, it will also increase the per-country numerical limitation for family-sponsored immigrants. This bill is going to modify the requirements related to employment-based visas and will address related issues. Here's one of the most important features of the bill. The bill increases the per-country cap on family-based immigrant visas from 7% of the total number of such visas available that year to 15% and eliminates the per-country cap for employment-based immigrant visas. Also, the bill establishes transition rules for employment-based visas, such as reserving a percentage of EB2. These are workers with advanced degrees or exceptional ability. And EB3, these are for skilled and other workers. And this means that the percentage will be reserved not from the two countries with the largest number of recipients of such visa. So that means more countries will benefit from EB2 and EB3 visas, not just from the largest recipient of visas. Also, it will allot a number of visas for professional nurses and physical therapists. Also, there are prohibitions on this new merit-based U.S. immigration system. The bill imposes additional requirements on an employer seeking an H-1B visa, such as prohibiting an employer from advertising that a position is only open to H-1B applicants or that H-1B applicants are preferred, and certain employers from having more than half of their employees as non-immigrant visa workers.
On U.S. Highway 101 in the heart of Silicon Valley and in New York City's Times Square, billboards recently beckoned workers to Canada. They harped on well-known problems in America's legal immigration system that make critical workers wait months for visas to enter the U.S. if they can get them at all. Despite growing competition for talent from abroad and pleas from U.S. businesses to help solve a critical worker shortage that is especially acute in tech and healthcare, the U.S. political system is gridlocked on immigration reform.
The United States is effectively discouraging potential healthcare workers from trying to come to and work in the United States. That needs to change. What we need are system-wide reforms that incentivize and welcome immigrants into our healthcare workforce.
Senator Cornyn from Texas even sponsored a bill last year to ease the visa process for healthcare workers. but he highlighted recently why illegal immigration stymies solutions on the legal side.
It's hard for us to make progress on areas even where there's consensus on the topic of immigration while the border is on fire.
The battle over immigration reform is hamstrung by the fight over securing borders, pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, and concern that temporary visa workers invite companies to exploit foreigners and displace or underpay American workers. And yet economists and immigration experts say solving the nation's legal immigration problem can help reduce inflation, ease that worker shortage, and maintain America's technological lead.
Another important feature of the bill is that the Department of Labor shall create a publicly available website where an employer seeking an H-1B visa must post certain information about the open position. The bill also expands labor's authority to review and investigate H-1B applications for fraud or misrepresentations. The bill also allows certain aliens to obtain lawful permanent resident status if the alien first is in the United States as a non-immigrant, second has an approved immigrant visa petition, and third has waited at least 2 years for a visa. The major requirement is that the employer or the U.S. employer must advertise for the position, and the employer must be unable to fill the position because there are no available workers.
We hear a lot about a lack of skilled workers and a call to really clean up immigration reform. Is that an area that you think we should be concentrating on?
Yeah, I think on the skilled area, I think we definitely have to continue to make the investments in job training, workforce development. Everyone agrees on that. And I think that, and that's in partnership with businesses in America to get people skilled up for what the needs of businesses are and allow people to get into good paying jobs. But at the end of the day, and I've said this, I think the biggest threat to our economy is that we don't have a good, strong immigration policy. We're so focused, some people are so focused on the southern border, and that's really not the issue. The issue of immigration is how do we make sure that companies and businesses have the opportunity to employ people. We've seen a lack of immigration in our country over the last 5 years, and it's something that has to be addressed, and hopefully the next Congress will take have a good conversation and address that issue. Every business leader in America I speak to, every single one, says to me it's really important for them for us to figure out the immigration issue.
In fiscal year 2021, there were 66,781 employment-based immigrant visas that were not used, despite having many qualified applicants for these visas. And this is highlighting the inefficiency of immigrant-based origin employment visas. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.